Hello and welcome to Adrenal Repair. So today this is going to be the start of my depersonalization series, and it's going to be multiple videos on different tips and methods that I use to recover from depersonalization, and hopefully you guys take something away from it as well. Success leaves clues, so I do recommend any recovery stories you hear, just try and connect the dots, see what it is that they have in common. And it could be something that you're missing as well. That's one thing that's worth taking note of, is just what is it that these people that have recovered that are doing that I might be missing. I do believe it's an individual approach, but there's definitely some fundamental principles, and these are principles that I will discuss through this video series. And the first one today is I'm going to talk about looking after the primal you. Okay, and what do I mean by the primal you? So your nervous system, your autonomic system, it controls your heart rate, it controls your body temperature, your digestion, your breathing. You don't have to pay any attention to it. It's just, it's automatic. It's just doing its own thing. But it's also scanning your environment. Okay, it cares about just keeping you alive. That's its main focus. And it evolved like this over years of living in the wild. Alright, so when we were living in tribes back in the day, there was a lot more threats back then. So your nervous system had to be alert and had to be always on guard. Okay, and for it to feel safe, it had to be in a tribe. If you were isolated from your tribe, that would leave you more vulnerable and would put you in that position where you're constantly in flight or fight. And this is the problem I find with modern lifestyle. So just to give you an idea of how intelligent your nervous system is, but how primal it is. If someone was to walk into the room here behind me and frighten me, what happens? My shoulders shrug up. I jump, right? Why does your shoulders shrug up? It's trying to protect your neck. That's a vulnerable area, okay? So again, this goes back to when there was a lot more threats way back in the day. An animal attacking from behind or whatever. First thing we did was our nervous system built in these reflexes to protect the neck. Babies will do it. You frighten a baby has no idea that the neck is vulnerable, but it'll still do the same thing. It will shrug. If you trip and fall, your arms will reach out to catch yourself as you hit the ground. You don't go, oh, I'm falling, I'm going to just throw my arms out and catch it. Your arms will automatically kick out and catch it. Another example, you're walking in the street, someone kicks a soccer ball. The corner of your eye, you see the soccer ball, before you know it, you ducked. Okay? That wasn't you going, oh, here's the ball, I'm going to duck. We're not that quick in most cases, but your nervous system picked up on it because it's constantly scanning the environment. So, first thing you have to ask yourself, dealing with DP and panic disorder, is what is my environment like? Does it feel safe? Okay, so for your nervous system to feel safe, it has to feel safe at home, and it has to have a tribe. If it doesn't have a tribe, it's going to be under threat. So why is it important to have a tribe? Well, if you go back to the primal you, living back, let's say, thousands of years ago in the wild where there's a lot more threats around, you'd want to be in a tribe. You want to be around a lot more people that you know you're going to be safe when you got some protection around you. That's going to make your nervous system relax. If you broke away from your tribe and you're lost, let's say in the jungle, out in the wild, and there's animals that could hunt you at any moment, imagine how terrifying that would be. Your nervous system will be scanning over time, okay, overworking, just trying to protect you. Any little noise would cause a startle. And then nightfall will be even scarier again because you can't see properly and we'd be more alert. And this is what we notice with people with panic disorders and depersonalization and anxiety disorders. The nighttime symptoms get worse. And this goes back to the primal you. Okay, we need to kind of get into that tribe. Okay, there's a great book that talks about this topic. It's actually called Tribe, and it's about a guy. It's from a guy called Sebastian Junger. Now, within the book, it talks about a study that they've done with soldiers returned from war who developed PTSD. Now, out of all these soldiers that had PTSD, half of them didn't see any action, while the other half had seen it all the traumas that you'd expect from being on the battlefield. But the question was, this other half who didn't see any action, why were they developing PTSD? And what they put it down to was that for years, from the teens or from wherever they joined the army, for years they would have created this bond with all these other soldiers that they knew had their back. okay, would always be there for them and was there willing to risk their lives essentially. And then all of a sudden they're taken away from this, so maybe 10-15 years in the army, and then all of a sudden they're taken away from this tribe and they're living in their apartments in whatever city, and their nervous system just feels, this primal system just feels under threat because it's not part of that tribe, and they start developing panic disorders and PTSD and all these other different conditions. And it makes a lot of sense. So the question is, you got to ask yourself, what does my tribe look like? Do I feel safe in my tribe? Can I talk about my problems to my tribe? If I can't, then that tribe is a threatening tribe. I don't feel safe within it. So this is something there that I can't tell you exactly what to do. You got to sit down and write it out and plot and plan. If you don't have a tribe, if you find yourself moving away further and further from your friends and isolating yourself, this is going to make the issue worse. This, again, we were just saying about the primal you, and if you lost your tribe back in the primal days, you're vulnerable and your nervous system is constantly going to be on alert. So if you do find yourself moving away from your friends, you'll notice panic attacks will come in a lot easier and depersonalization's kicking in a lot more, and that's because your nervous system is threatened being alone. So you need to create that environment where it feels safe. So you need to create that tribe. So if you feel you don't have those people around you and you can build on that tribe with those type of people that you can talk and openly talk to, I'd start looking at finding tribes within different communities. So for an example, I'd recommend yoga. I think yoga is a great practice that brings movement and body awareness and breath work all together, which is very calming to the nervous system. Okay, but these people are very open-minded, generally speaking. A lot of them are very spiritual and they're willing to listen to what people are going through, and if you can find a good yoga community and try get into that community and do make an effort, and I think that's going to be very beneficial for most people. But you just got to try. For me, it was martial arts. It might be yoga for you. It might be dance. Dance is another great one, but something that involves a community as well as movement and awareness of your body. It's a great way to kind of get back in touch with that nervous system and let it feel safe. But yeah, give them a go. Do get back to me. If you have any comments, shoot them below and I'll get back to you as quick as I can. And hopefully that made sense to you. So look after the primal you, guys. Very important. And there'll be more videos to come. Cheers.